Ash, today, unfortunately, there is no music when we start the review, and that's because I am not happy about the car I'm reviewing or the launch I'm attending. But you know how we do it this side. I'm Nicky Nash from City South Africa in proud collaboration with Change Cars and all things motoring, and I'm gonna tell you guys why I am not happy with the car I'm reviewing, and I'll tell you about the price of the vehicle, and I'm gonna show you the vehicle from the exterior look of the vehicle, interior look of the vehicle, and we're gonna wrap up the review. Well, the launch video. So first things first, let's address the elephant in the room, and let me tell you why I am not in the mood of, I'm not happy or excited like in most of my reviews. It's because I had high expectations for the Polo Vivo, and if you watch the video where I made up with Mr. How Much, you could tell in my voice that I was hoping and I was wishing that it's a whole new face of a Polo Vivo, like the current Polo, but the pre-facelift. I hope that was going to be the Polo Vivo. So I had expectations like that, but unfortunately, it is not that. The same Vivo that's currently roaming the streets of South Africa, the same ones that some of you guys own, is the exact same thing. They've only changed up a few things. So I'm going to tell you those changes. There's exterior changes, there's interior changes. But the good thing about all of that stuff, as much as they is the same vehicle, they've kept the price the same. So from the exterior look of the vehicle, what they've went and changed, and I think that's going to be the most ones, the one that you can see the most is the front. They've went and changed up the bumper up front. So the bumper looks like a bumper of Polo, the current Polo hatchback Life, or the current Polo sedan. That bumper reminds me of that. That's the major difference that you'll see up front. When you move on to the side, the one that I'm in, right? I'm going to tell you about the one I'm in, which is the GT model. There is no GT decals anymore. So if you go watch my launch video, the link in the description box below, and my full review of the GT, link in the description box below, you can see that GT, I'll even put overplay videos. The GT has the strap on the side in gray. This one doesn't have that. It's plain on the exterior. They went on to write the GT badging at the back, and this time around, instead of it being a sticker, it's actual like aluminium or metal letters. That's right, GT. They've moved the Vivo badging. It doesn't say Polo Vivo anymore. It just says Vivo just underneath the badge, like how the current Polos write Polo underneath the badge. So from the exterior, that's the main difference. You get a black roof as standard as well, so that's good. You get a body colored body colored spoiler at the back. So this one, because the car is white, the spoiler is white. If the car was red, the spoiler would be red. Then there's also like a crayon color. So yeah, that's with regards to that. So when you get into the interior, the main changes that you can see from the interior is this touchscreen infotainment system. I like the software that's inside the touchscreen infotainment system. I am still a bit uneasy about the actual touchscreen infotainment system because it looks like an aftermarket screen. So it looks like I have a normal Polo Vivo and I went and got an aftermarket infotainment system, because this doesn't look like any VW that I've seen. The current Polos don't have this type of touchscreen infotainment system, but this touchscreen infotainment system has the whole new VW software, so I like that about the vehicle. And then it supports Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, not wireless but wired, so that's fine. Not too mad at it. It's a Polo Vivo at the end of the day. You get black roof lining in the one that I'm in. The other difference is the seats. So there's different types of seats that you get depending on the model you choose. So there's a Style, there's a Life, there's one that I'm missing. I'll put it on the screen. Then there's the GT, the one that I'm in. So the seats are different depending on which one you go for. If you go for the GT, you get these red type of seats. The other difference that I can see that is up front here by the instrument cluster. So they've given you the whole, although it's still analog, they've changed the design of it. That's the difference. But other than that, guys, from the interior of the vehicle, there's absolutely no difference. It looks the exact same. And being VW, they've kept a lot of things as an option. So I'm sitting in the GT. This car costs, listen to me carefully, listen to me carefully, 356,000 rand, right? And for that amount of money, I do not get reverse camera as standard. And I think that's where VW is losing the plot. There's other vehicles that this car competes with, and things like reverse camera is standard. But let me just tell you something interesting. So those cars priced at 356,000 rand. So that's the one that I'm in, with options and all of that. I'm sure the reverse cameras are around 2.5 and all that. But this car comes with a 3-year 120,000 warranty, including roadside assistance, 5-year 150 engine warranty. It ends there. Service plan is an optional extra, so you have to pay an easy drive optional extra for the service plan, which is 6,700 rand, and that's for 3 years, 45,000. So that's for 3 services basically. So you're gonna service at 15,000, 30,000, and 45,000, and then that's that. If you want to extend, there's a pricing of all of that stuff. So that brings the overall price of the one that I'm in, excluding the, because I don't know what else you can option, but the one that I'm in, it brings it to 362,700 rand. And if you take that amount of money and you go to the change cars vehicle finance calculator and you finance this vehicle over a period of 5 years, which is 16 months, at an interest rate of 12.25%. Ooh, English, my God. This car, you're looking at paying 8,100 rand. And honestly, that is a lot of money. It's a lot of money for the car that still looks the same. So I personally, my recommendation to you, as much as they've went and changed the bumper and it's something that you'll notice the most, it's not worth you trying to buy a new one. If you really want a Polo Vivo, just get the one that's the outgoing one. If you really want a Polo Vivo, as much as it's kind of the same price, but because outgoing, it'll be cheaper. So if you can find yourself a Vivo GT at like 330, get that. Because this one that I'm in, as much as there's a different screen, honestly the car's still the same. And that's where I'm gonna leave this launch video. I'm gonna leave it until I get the car and test. Although I know my sentiments won't change, I think VW could have done more in doing something. Oh, to answer the question, actually, because we did ask it, the question of why are they going with this model and they're just changing it up and not bringing like a whole new model. Actually, let me answer that so you guys can know before I end the video. So because the current Polo is also just gonna keep going as the way it is, the Vivo is gonna keep going just like that. Depending on how the market goes, if people see the demand and people keep liking this vehicle, VW will just keep refreshing this one. Currently they don't have plan. They've thought about the idea of using the current pre-facelift Polo and making it a Vivo. They've thought about it. They are not necessarily entertaining it per se, but they've thought about it. But their main focus is this Vivo because it's working. People are buying it and people are liking it. And you guys are liking the new editions. So they're just going to keep changing it up here. And I'm 100% sure there's going to be... So next year, they actually alluded this to us. Next year is 15 years of Polo Vivo. I'm telling you now, mark my words. Next year, they're going to launch this exact same Polo, 15-year edition with stickers. Don't say I didn't tell you. Don't say I didn't tell you. You're going to remember me and you're going to say I'm a prophet, but it's just common sense. But yeah, you can tell from my mood, Uguti, I'm disappointed. I am not happy, VW. I am not happy, but I still love you guys, you know. Project City is still coming. I'm going to put those videos. Guys, please forgive me. Project City is still coming. The car's still around. Just have a very busy schedule, and my focus of that vehicle is around October, November. So you will see videos of that car in October, November. But VW Project City is coming. For now, let me just go park this Polo Vivo because, yeah. But I'm Nicky Nash from City of South Africa, in proud collaboration with Change Cars and all things motoring. I'm signing out. Hopefully I get my mood back. Because VW, I am not happy, but I'm signing out. You know how we do it this side. Do it with me. I've been doing this for the longest of time. Do it with me. Let's go, guys. 1, 2, 3. I'm signing out.